Yo, what's up, Aquatic Squad? It's me, Dolphin Uppercut Avenger, and over here on the video wall is tonight's special guest, Seamus.
Hi.
Seamus.
I love the delay. First of all, my webcam is already delayed by itself, but the delay between the webcam and the projector of my webcam is very good. I like it a lot.
People who know my video art, they are aware of my many adventures in video delay and video feedback.
Hell yeah.
So I want to get right into the topics, but quickly introduce yourself for those of you who aren't familiar with the world of Seamus.
Oh god. Hi, I'm Seamus. I guess I'll say I'm currently in grad school for library science / archiving in North Carolina. I'm from New York, Long Island specifically. Went to college at Gainesville, so I've kind of been all over, and I just realized I defined my life by where I've lived, and I don't know if that's cool or not. I'm going to say it's not cool, but I'm going to go with it anyway. That's me. I love soda. I love things that deal with punk and hardcore, I guess. And I love roller coasters, and there's not much else to me, I don't think. That's for other people to decide.
Pretty awesome.
That's what I got going on.
That's sick. I was literally just saying, I'm due for another trip back to the amusement park in Jackson, New Jersey. Gonna go on some roller coasters.
You know the vibes. I'm trying to get up there this summer. I'm trying to ride El Toro.
Ooh.
Need that.
Yeah,
I was able to
El Toro is one of the few roller coasters that makes you fear for your life.
Dude, it's so insane. It's like the best ride in the world.
I agree.
It's not my favorite though. My favorite is the Cyclone, and I'm bringing that up because I visited home. Oh, was that? I guess no. It was the end of April, I think, and they had just opened the Cyclone. I got to ride it. Like riding a roller coaster for the first time in like a year and a half felt so good. I was very excited.
That's awesome. I don't know if because I haven't been on a roller coaster since I started doing rollerblade stunts, so I'm not sure if the roller coaster will deliver the same thrill or if somehow the experience of rollerblade stunts has kind of modified that experience in my brain.
I don't know, man. Like, just think about El Toro.
Yeah.
Like, can blading really give you that experience? Like 85-degree drop, going like 90 miles an hour, 80 miles an hour.
Well, I definitely do like 90-degree drops all the time at the skate park. And
that's true. Quarter pipe exist. I forgot about that.
When I'm it's interesting because with the roller coasters you get a different like G-force experience, but the rollerblades there's like actual risk of death. Well, I mean, roller coasters also risk of death. People have died on or near roller coasters.
That's true, but also I mean, it's usually user error. Not always, unfortunately.
That's true. Like,
there's a cyclone death in the 80s, and that was a worker who decided to ride it while standing up. Like, that's... Come on. That's also why there's a sign on top that says, please remain seated. But, I mean, I consume a lot of, like... Because when I go to bed, it's usually me watching YouTube for 3 hours. And the only videos I consume are roller coaster related, old school RuneScape related.
Wow.
Or, I'm deep into old school RuneScape now.
No, I'm
deep into it.
It's not wow, like, oh wow, I just remembered old school RuneScape. It's that your and my bedtime YouTube routine is very similar.
What are you watching?
A lot of the soundtrack to RuneScape I listen to go to sleep a lot, but also Game Grumps. I've been watching them for so long that it's very much kind of like a routine for me. CPG Grey. I love falling asleep to CPG Grey. Anything like really educational, where like the presenter of the video is really passionate about the topic. For some reason.
Are you a tech moan person?
Say what?
Are you a tech moan person?
I do
You gotta
appreciate
be, right?
tech moan.
Okay, yeah, I love tech moan. He's so good.
I agree with you.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, roller coaster deaths. So yeah, I've watched a few roller coaster death videos recently. Not like people dying, but like videos about accidents that happened.
Right.
And it's kind of fucked up. But okay, am I allowed to curse? I just realized.
Yeah, you could curse.
Okay. I don't know what Twitch's policies are. If they're gonna flag you.
I don't know. They might get flagged, but you know.
Listen, I won't put you in the doghouse. Don't worry. I'll behave myself. Also, sorry to everyone, but I have to eat dinner, so I'm eating dinner upstream.
Oh, that's okay. Don't worry about it. I don't think anybody is angry at you for that. It's you know, it's a human need. You need to put food in your face.
Mm-hmm.
How do I pin you again? Oh no. Pin? Yes. No. Pin. Seamus.
You had it.
I did. It was... made it different. No, I just want Seamus. Yeah. Interfaces.
You got it. You're a pro.
Anyway, so we kind of went off on a couple different topics just now, but the point of topics is we got a list of topics, and we're gonna jump right into that list of topics. Some of them were collected from fans of the show. Some of them were from discussions I've had throughout the week and research I've done. And this week we're lucky enough to have a sponsor for the topics tonight. So our sponsor, MC Squared, Funding the Arts, right here. They're covering your face for a second, Seamus. Sorry.
All good. Anything for the sponsors.
MC Squared Funding the Arts is gathering energy and resources to fund powerful performing arts experiences here at the Shore in New Jersey, coastal NJ, baby. We gotta fund those emerging artists and the student artists. Gotta get them money. You need money to make some sweet art and to pay the rent and buy food and stuff. So we gotta get that for the artists. MC Squared Funding the Arts, they do really awesome work here in coastal New Jersey, so make sure you hit them up. They give money directly. Do you know about this, Seamus? Did I tell you about them? MC Squared
No.
Funding the Arts, in memory of Marielle Casimira Cecilia. MC Squared Funding the Arts actually gives scholarship money directly to artists through their scholarship programs. So if you're an emerging artist, or if you are a student artist and you want some money to make your art dreams happen, you can get cash from them. They will help fund your work. So MC Squared Funding the Arts, I know these guys personally. Awesome stuff. And there are sponsors for the topics tonight. So the first topic, sponsored by MC Squared Funding the Arts, is a Pepsi Blue reissue taste test. Me and Seamus and I both have a Pepsi Blue from the 2021 spring Pepsi Blue reissue. Seamus, give them a little bit of background on where Pepsi Blue came from, the history of Pepsi Blue. You have a little bit more information than the average person does on Pepsi Blue.
I don't know about that. Before I do, I am going to start filming my own review. I didn't tell people this. I do soda reviews on YouTube, usually not very informational, just completely bare bones because it makes me laugh.
Uh-huh.
But there's a surprising number of people on YouTube who watch it. Not like thousands, but like 100, 200?
Uh-huh.
Way more than it deserves. So you know, I got to do it for the fans. So
hell yeah.
Also, the videos are always really awkward and stilted. It's kind of the thing I do. So
I dig.
Hey everyone. I'm on stream with my friend, ex-coworker Dolphin I just realized that I'm wearing headphones, so you won't hear anything Dolphin says, but that kind of adds to the video. And today, we're doing Pepsi Blue. Do you want to show your blue, Dolphin?
Yeah, here's my blue.
All right, Dolphin said, yeah, here's my blue. There we go. Pepsi Blue is a soda dear to my heart. It came out in 2002, I think, I want to say. 2002 or 2003. It's been only around for like a year. I can't remember what it tastes like, because now I just think of Mountain Dew Voltage. Dolphin, do you remember what it tastes like? Because like I'm trying to conjure what it was, but I can't. You already had it, right?
I did not have the original Pepsi Blue.
Oh, really?
Back in the day, because I didn't drink soda for the majority of my childhood. But we did, you and I, we shared an imported Pepsi Blue from Indonesia.
This is true. So for those of you who can't hear Dolphin, he never had the original Pepsi Blue, but it was all Dolphin, imported Pepsi Blue from Indonesia because it was still in production there. So we were able to try that together. And it did not taste anything like the original Pepsi Blue. Didn't it just kind of taste like Pepsi? I don't really remember what it tasted like.
We did
a review of it, so I could watch it.
It probably tasted like normal Pepsi for Indonesia, but I thought that their version of Pepsi Blue from the late 2010s, I thought it tasted slightly of ginger.
Okay, yeah, it was definitely something different. Also, I don't want to feedback your show. Can you just talk for a second? Because I do think people should hear what you say. I don't think this is a good bid.
Yeah, check, sound check, sound check.
Does that sound good on your end?
It does. I don't hear myself feeding back.
So yeah, Dolphin said Pepsi Blue from Indonesia, kind of a ginger taste. I honestly don't remember what it tastes like. There is a video of it on my channel. It's just called Seamus. I don't know what the URL is. One thing I distinctly remember, I have two distinct Pepsi Blue memories, and that is, one, there's an ad in Times Square where there's like pixel art people. That was kind of the aesthetic, and the blue was like a very like sharp, almost Old Englishy kind of font, but like with the weird pixel like aesthetic to it.
Okay,
I think it's all not too. And that's what I want to say first, is I do not like this logo design at all, and I know that they're like it's Pepsi Mango is the same thing. Like they really streamlined all of their products to kind of look the same, like this Mango, Wild Cherry, Pepsi. It all looks the same, and that's the point. But I think it looks bad. I'm also like a Pepsi hater. I do not like Pepsi at all.
Right.
So there's that. And then
you really don't like Pepsi, huh?
No, and I used to like Wild Cherry Pepsi too. I'd be like, okay, that's the exception. Even now, I don't like Wild Cherry Pepsi. I'm straight up a Coke person. Always have been. But what can I say? My other memory of Pepsi Blue. I loved Pepsi Blue back in the day. And my family went over to a family friend's house, and they had a 2-liter Pepsi Blue, and they specifically said they got it because it seemed like something that our family would like. And when they said our family, they really meant me.
Oh.
Like, you were right, I loved it. Those are my two distinct memories of Pepsi Blue, other than just I loved it. And I don't remember what it tastes like. I want to say it kind of tasted like Mountain Dew Voltage, but I can't really remember.
Oh, well. Do you want to just jump into it? You want to freaking drink this blue shit?
Go for it.
All right. I want to drink it with you.
I'm gonna crack it. Like, I'm still learning it. I'm excited. I'm like genuinely excited about this, but I'm afraid I'll be disappointed because it's Pepsi. So let me smell first. Ooh.
It smells like blue to me.
It smells exactly like blue, and honestly, like, I just kind of got a flashback. I'm not even joking. Dude, this smells like Pepsi Blue. I'm very excited. I'm very excited about this.
I'm glad that the smell matches your memory of it. Are we ready to drink it?
I think so. I do want to add this. It smells more bubblegummy than I remember.
It does have a bubblegum smell,
right? But also, once again, I've been drinking Voltage for so many years that it may have just like crossed my mind. I'm ready. I'm ready. You ready? Wait, have you had it yet? I can't remember. Did you already?
I plead the fifth. Ready? 3, 2, 1, sip.
You always got to go for sip 2. I'm gonna go for sip 3. Uncharacteristic, but I'm gonna do it before I say my thoughts.
I already did 3 sips myself. I'm ready to give my review.
What are your thoughts first?
Oh, you want my thoughts first? Okay, thank you. My thought on the Pepsi Blue reissue, without any prior knowledge of the flavor of Pepsi Blue, or without experiencing the previous release of Pepsi Blue, I think it's undeniably Pepsi. They've got the core Pepsi Cola flavor in there with the blue kind of fragrance on top of it. The blue berry flavor. It's Pepsi, then it's blue, and then it's berry flavored cola. They make the distinction that it's cola. And I think that's a fair way to advertise this, because it's not any berry specifically, it's just blue. It's just like blue candy flavor, you know.
That's a good pickup for sure.
I think that this is pretty refreshing. I'm trying to avoid sugar at this point in my life, but I could probably like drink a couple of these in a day if I space them out.
Yeah,
Oh, you know what? Final thought. It tastes like a slushy that I've had, like a icy slushy from like a convenience store. It tastes like that.
I agree with that fully. That's a very good hit, especially the aftertaste. I feel like I just had a Slurpee. Actually, not even Slurpee. You're right. Like specifically an icy from like the movie theater. So my thought initially, it's not nearly as strong as a flavor as I was expecting. Just because once again, Voltage is such a strong soda. I was kind of expecting that, but like, it's almost lacking that flavor. But I don't think that's a bad thing. Especially as you said, we're adults, you know, we're adults now, and it's like it is an easy drink. It does taste kind of corn syrupy, and I do get the Pepsi flavor in there, which I don't remember there being when I was a kid. Like I feel like the blue was much more prominent. But I'm a fan of this. I think.
Nice.
I don't think I'm gonna obsess over it like I did when I was a kid. But it's definitely good. And I'm glad I got multiple bottles.
We have a question in the Twitch chat. Did I took a 4th sip while you were talking? Did you take a 4th sip?
I did take a 4th sip.
All right, that was from
my sip on camera.
That was from Hop Along Gretzky.
Yo, that's Natasha. What up, Natasha?
Yo, Natasha. Thanks for coming.
Let's go. Actually, I may have taken more than 5 sips at this point. I'm below the label. I know it's hard to see on camera. But
oh yeah, look at that.
I'm just below the label.
What's the most shocking ingredient on there for you?
That's a good question. Let's look at the ingredients. Definitely the most disappointing ingredient is the high fructose corn syrup. Obviously,
yeah.
You want that. You want that real sugar. You know, they don't tell you much in here in terms of what's in this thing.
Oh yeah, let's look.
I will say the red 40 is kind of surprising. The dye red 40.
That makes sense to me based on my knowledge of color science.
Also, I mean, I don't drink Pepsi, so I don't know this, but I'm pretty sure like 20-ounce bottles of Coke are 72 grams of sugar, and this is 69 grams of sugar.
Nice.
So yeah, this is healthier than your normal your average Coke.
Wait, how many grams of sugar does it says it has?
69.
How many calories?
260.
Okay, so your bottle is actually, this one was from the 6-pack from Walmart. Yours is a different size. Mine is a 16.9 fluid ounce, 500 milliliter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got the 20 ouncer, which honestly, like, I love soda and I drink soda constantly. I can't drink full bottles of soda anymore like this. Like, I'm almost strictly cans because I just never finish it unless it's like a glass bottle. But those are also usually aren't 20 ounces. I think they're usually like 16.
Nice.
I can't. It's just like it is difficult. I probably won't finish this tonight.
Yeah,
because it's difficult. Dude, it's crazy how much the flavor of Pepsi Blue is coming back to me. I'm getting very nostalgic. I don't think it's the same though, because you're right. This is definitely like blue cola. Yeah, and I don't remember that cola flavor being this strong.
Personally, I think you agree with me. I think that it being a blue flavor on top of the Pepsi signature cola flavor, I think that's a good thing for their brand, for the marketing, just to enjoy it. You know, you're picking up a Pepsi and you're gonna enjoy it similar to how one would enjoy a Pepsi, although I know you do not enjoy regular Pepsi.
I would never enjoy a Pepsi.
I'm glad that it's hitting those nostalgia factors for you. It's hitting me for nostalgia factors because grandfather Dolphin always used to give me Pepsis at his house, so I get that. And then I also get hit with the nostalgia of it tastes like a slushie from a convenience store. So I get those two experiences stacked on top of each other with this without having ever experienced original Pepsi Blue.
Good. I'm just gonna close out my review now. I like it. It's pretty good. The end of my review.
Hopalong Gretzky just said, "Hey Seamus, oh hell yeah, sufficient sippage. I hope to find the new blue someday. Had it when I was a little kid and still kind of remember it." Go ahead with your review.
I just want to say, yeah, it was tough to. Oh, I didn't talk about that in my review. It was hard to get Pepsi Blue. It was a difficult thing. I went to 7 or 8 different stores until Dolphin discovered the store locator for me, which I hate Pepsi, but that's a very robust store locator. You can narrow down by the Pepsi product, which is kind of intense.
I agree.
But even then, I went to the one that was closest to me where I was, and they didn't have any of it. Like, it wasn't even like a spot on the shelf for it. So even then, it took multiple tries to get Pepsi.
Right.
And I finally found it. I've got 2 models.
I'm sorry that caused you so much stress.
I mean, it gave me something to do, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I was gonna say was, when I was a kid, I don't know how much she bought, but my grandma must have bought a bunch of, like, caffeine-free Pepsi, and it was during Star Wars Episode 1 era.
Whoa.
And she had those, like, the C3PO cans. She had those for a long time. I remember drinking them multiple times as a kid. Or maybe even Pepsi 1. Do you remember Pepsi 1?
It's still out.
They still have Pepsi 1?
Yeah, I just saw it at the store. It's like the opposite. It's like the competitor to Coke Zero.
Don't they have Diet Pepsi?
Yeah, but they also have Diet Coke.
I just, because I know Pepsi 1 is way older than Coke Zero. So, like, I guess I never understood how it was different from Diet Pepsi. I know Coke Zero is different than Diet Coke.
Oh, wait, maybe I'm thinking of something else. Okay, Pepsi 1 is definitely not a product anymore, but
okay, yeah,
they do have Pepsi Zero.
Oh, they do.
They just ripped that off of Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I want to look at Pepsi One now.
I've got
So actually,
I've got some pictures of it here. Let me try and put it up on the video wall. Yeah, there it is.
I was doing a soda zine, which like has been such a hassle. I've been doing this for 5 years now, trying to make one issue of this like 8-page zine, and it's just not. It's a disaster. But I was able to find a bunch of like, yes, okay. Let me I'm gonna send you a pic in the chat. I don't know if it will be a pain in the ass for you to put on screen, but there's some Pepsi episode 1 tie-ins right there.
Oh, sick. Yeah, send it to me.
I just did.
Hopalong Gretzky said, I think Pepsi One is Pepsi Max now. Actually, I just looked it up after you said that, Hopalong, and Pepsi One turned into Pepsi Max, and then Pepsi Max in 2016 was turned into Pepsi Zero Sugar. That's the official brand name for it, Pepsi Zero Sugar.
So they shrunk from 1 to 0.
Yeah.
Over the course of
1 to
many years.
What? Excuse me, I just had a Pepsi blue burp. Pepsi, I'm just gonna let them go for now on. No apologies. So it went from 1 to max to 0.
That's a good point.
It kind of like gambling all your money on the stock market.
I don't like Star Wars, so I don't actually know what this robot character name is. It's not C-3PO, but I'm glad my memory was correct with this robot being involved with Pepsi One.
Is it R2-D2?
No, it's some episode 1 robot, some sort of droid.
Oh, one of the just generic droids.
I don't think so, because the others are actual characters. Like there's Anakin and the princess, and is that Darth Maul? Yeah, Darth Maul.
Darth Maul, yeah.
I don't know the robot, but I'm glad that he is associated with Pepsi One, because that's how it is in my mind.
Wait, did you send it to me?
Yeah, I sent it in Discord.
Oh, let me peep this.
It's not a very high res picture.
That's C-3PO. That's C-3PO without his skin. That's when Anakin Skywalker was building him.
So I'm just more knowledgeable about Star Wars than I thought it was.
Yeah, here, I'll show people. Right there.
There we go.
Right there. That's episode 1 C-3PO. And there's Anakin Skywalker who built C-3PO.
It's kind of crazy how much this does taste like Pepsi, but the blue makes it work.
Yeah. I keep going back for more sips. Like, I'm definitely getting that sugar hits my brain and goes, ooh, sugar. More of that, please.
I basically been having 1 soda a day for an untold amount of time. I've been trying to not do that.
Yeah.
And I'm clearly failing. But this is my first soda of the day. I did hold out for this, because usually I tap out by like 1 o'clock.
Nice. Oh, well, I'm glad we got to share this Pepsi together.
Yeah.
I think
this is Pepsi Blue together.
Yeah, Pepsi Blue together. Not Pepsi. Ugh. Gross.
No, this is our second Pepsi Blue together.
Oh, it's our second Pepsi Blue together. That is correct. Indonesian Pepsi Blue.
Do you think it tastes like that? In your mind, is it similar?
No. It only because it has the signature Pepsi Cola flavor, and that's it.
True.
It didn't have, the one in Indonesia didn't have a berry flavor.
That's true.
All right.
I wonder why they did that.
That's a great question. You should ask Pepsi. Let's tweet at Pepsi. Next topic, sponsored by MC Squared, funding the arts, is invent a new flavor of soda.
Can I kind of cheese my answer a bit here?
Go for it.
So this isn't a new flavor because it already existed.
Ooh.
But I don't know when. Maybe it's mid-90s. I never had it. Jones Soda had a flavor called Fun, and it was bright yellow. I want to know what that is. There's no like description of it online of what it tastes like. It's just fun.
Yeah.
I need to know what fun tastes like. That is so. If I can invent a soda flavor, it would be to bring back Jones Soda Fun, so I can know what the hell that is. Let me try and find a picture of it.
Kind of like a. I'll pull it up. Kind of like a Szechuan sauce kind of deal. Bring it back. Bring it back.
Maybe. Is this wait? Actually, I haven't had Jones Soda in a long time. They have ginger beer now. That's crazy. Wait, do they still have fun? Hold up.
I see the ginger one. The ginger
So
beer.
I sent another picture in Discord. It's even less resolution.
Oh.
This is from a blog post from 2013, but the third soda, the yellow one,
There it is.
fun.
It does say fun on that logo. Look at that.
Yeah.
Let me show the viewers on Twitch. Yeah, this yellow one right here. It says fun right where my finger is.
And I can't read. So there's peachy keen, candy apple, blue bubblegum, grape, fruit punch. So I've had all of those except for peachy keen and fun. I need to know what fun is.
Have you checked Soda Emporium?
No, I've never been to Soda Emporium.
It's a website that I found when I was trying to help you find Pepsi Blue for the show. I found this website called Soda Emporium, which opened in 2007, and they'll ship you a crate of a variety of rare sodas.
I just searched, and there's no results for Jones. So Jones and fun.
Let me try typing in fun. Nope, no product.
It's like, why? Like, what is this?
I bet they have a copy at the wherever the Jones Soda headquarters is. If you showed up and you were like, I gotta try fun.
You know what? In 7th grade, my English teacher taught us all how to write business emails, or business letters, which I wonder if that's even a thing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to write like 5 business letters to different companies. It would basically say whatever we wanted, but she was like, they usually send you free stuff. So I know I wrote to Coke. I don't remember who else I wrote to. Coke gave me a bunch of like stickers that said Coke in different languages. One, actually, yes, I have one on my, because this is the base I got in 6th grade, and somehow the best sounding base I have, even though it's like $100 base. And I own like more legit bases, I guess. I cannot figure out how to orient myself while doing this.
By the way, I just got a notification of another lighthouse that went for sale.
Let's go. So yeah, that is one of the stickers I got from this Coke business letter.
Wow.
That is the Coke logo in Morocco.
Whoa.
So I think it's Arabic, I guess.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they sent me a bunch of them. I know there's one on my Super Nintendo, which is at my mom's house. I don't remember what the other ones are. I don't remember what other companies I wrote to, but I remember getting other free stuff. Except I wrote to Jones, and they did not give me anything. I was a little peeved about it, I'm not gonna lie.
They're pretty on top of their branding these days. I bet if you wrote today, it'd be different. There's probably somebody else manning their mailbox.
Pretending to be a 7th grader writing for an assignment.
But yeah, why not? Find a picture of yourself from 7th grade and just send that.
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
Well, if I was going to invent a flavor of soda, I actually was, this morning, I went to the skate park. I went to my favorite skate park in South Jersey, and then went to Grandpapa Dolphin and Grandmama Dolphin's house, and they grilled me up some hot dogs and some hamburgers on the grill. I love those guys. Best grandparents ever. At least that I've ever had. And I also had this conversation with him. We did a bunch of brainstorming while we were eating lunch, and the soda that I have created is lavender basil. soda.
Interesting.
The lavender comes from this Mother's Day. I baked lavender tea cakes for Mama Dolphin. And I lost Seamus. Seamus is gone. Tragic.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know why. Discord will just, if I'm specifically on a video call, Discord will just like,
wow.
I don't know why. It's awesome.
Okay, well, I'm glad we have you back. To finish my...
Lavender tea.
Yeah, lavender tea cakes. I made lavender tea cakes, baked them for Mama Dolphin for Mother's Day. And those were a hit. It was a recipe from my friend. Shout out to Andrew. Andrew from Democratic Republic of the Congas, which was a acoustic ensemble that we used to be in together. And so thank you for that recipe, Andrew. And then the basil, I originally said to my grandfather, Grandpapa Dolphin, I said, oh, I want to do lavender oregano soda. And he was like, are you crazy? You got to do basil instead. I was like, oh.
I agree with him.
Yeah.
I don't think I can get down with oregano, but basil would be good. 'Cause I've definitely had like, I don't know if I've had straight up lavender soda, but I've definitely had like lavender in carbonated drinks before, and it's been really good. Mm-hmm. So I could definitely see this happening.
If I could just get basil soda, I would love to just try basil soda, because I had basil gelato once, and it was like,
what? That sounds insane.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google basil soda. Sounds like something that would exist.
Yeah, because probably mint soda exists, right?
Basil Soda was a Lebanese fashion designer based in Beirut. He studied architecture at the University of the Holy Spirit of Catholic in Lebanon.
Huh.
So, there you go. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2015.
No.
I do see like basil soda recipes. Whoa, I found one for strawberry basil soda.
Well, you probably know about this, but just for our listeners and our viewers, to make like a cola syrup, it's largely about extracting oils and infusing them into the cola syrup. So really anything that has like an oil to it and has like a fragrance to it, you know, you can extract that and put it into a cola syrup. Do you know what the core flavors are in cola?
No, because I know the cola nut is involved, and I know coca leaves obviously are involved too.
I can tell you.
I don't know if... I think coca leaves might just be for Coke, and I think that might be why, to me at least, it stands out. Because I know, at least for a long time, Coke was the only entity allowed to import coca leaves into the United States.
Interesting.
Because otherwise people would use it to make cocaine.
Are you ready to hear the list of the main flavors in cola?
Hit me with it.
All right. So you were correct. The first flavor is caffeine. In cola leaves, when you're tasting cola leaves and you're like, this is cola leaf flavor, it's actually just caffeine. That's what you're tasting. You're tasting caffeine. So caffeine is one of the main flavors of cola. And then citrus, vanilla, and cinnamon. That's cola. Caffeine, vanilla, citrus, cinnamon.
Huh. That makes sense.
Yep.
I guess citrus is the most, like... I mean, it's obvious, kind of, but it's also, like... That would be the hardest one to pin down for me.
Hmm.
Like, if you told me to, like, drink cola and then describe what I'm tasting, I don't think I would pick up on citrus. But yeah, it's definitely there.
Well, now they don't actually put like citrus in it. They just put citric acid, and citric acid for industrially is taken from black mold. They actually make black mold. They make it and then they extract the citric acid from it because it's much cheaper than like growing citrus plants and trying to take it from there.
All right, I know, like, obviously soda's not healthy for you. I live with that fact. And obviously, them getting citric acid from black mold is totally safe because otherwise people would die. You saying that though makes me not want to drink it.
I've already reckoned with that.
Citric acid is in basically every processed food. So,
Hopalong Gretzky said, if you specify that you wrote to Jones as a kid and didn't get anything, they might overcorrect and give you the whole factory, like a Willy Wonka thing. And then they also said, I wanted to say mint soda, but I think technically there are sodas with mint as the flavor, as a flavor or ingredient rather.
That's another thing where it's like if you go to like a nicer restaurant, they'll definitely have like a non-alcoholic mixed drink with mint in it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I've seen like a bottled mint soda.
Right.
That would be interesting. Actually, no, wait. That's not true. I've definitely had like a bottled mint julep before. And it was pretty good, but it was also like, I don't know, a bit much, I guess. I don't remember in what respect. I feel like it was too sweet. It wasn't like too minty or something.
Interesting.
I'd have it again though.
That's good. Anyway,
I have a question for you, Dolphin.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, you can bring that up.
Okay.
You can give the plug.
Here's a topic sponsored by MC Squared, funding the arts. Topic by Seamus.
What is the worst soda you've ever had?
I really didn't like the malt sodas from Latin America that are popular in Latin America. And also, I was talking to Grandmama Dolphin, who suggested a coffee or a mocha soda. I had a coffee soda once that also made me gag.
Oh, really? I was talking about coffee sodas with my friends today. Was it the Manhattan Special?
So
Did you have the Manhattan Special?
I think so, yeah.
That's a classic. I like the Manhattan Special. I don't like coffee. Yeah, wait, what was the first one you said? Oh, yeah, I don't like Malta. Like Malta or any of those sodas, so I'm not a fan. Not at all.
We talked about that before. I remember in the kitchen, we were chatting about that.
So many different ethnicities have a malted soda. Like I know there's like I've had a Ukrainian one, Latin American ones. I think I've had other European ones. It's weird how like the region has, and they all taste the same, and none of them taste good to me. I think the worst soda, the two worst sodas I've ever had are, I'm gonna say Mountain Dew Solar Flare, which was a fountain-only Mountain Dew at 7-Elevens.
Wow.
It was, I can't even describe it, but it was just like so gross and sickly, and just like you like instantly felt awful, like you just like kind of poisoned yourself.
Jeez.
It was really bad. And the other one, Jones Soda Bacon, like they had a bacon soda in 2010.
Why?
And the problem was it tasted so much like bacon that you didn't really know what to do with it because you wanted to chew it, but it was liquid, so it just kind of sat in your mouth. It was like definitely cool for the novelty, but after like 2 sips, I was like, I couldn't see this.
There was like that from that whole late 2000s bacon craze that the internet brought upon us. God. I still see it.
I was
like,
a victim of the craze.
I went to the Dough Club in New York City. Shout out Dough Club for mochi donuts. I went twice in the last month. Now that I've been vaccinated, I've been making more trips into New York City, and I try and stop at Doughco the Dough Club. I try and stop there when I can, and they even have a bacon bits mochi donut, and they were out of it. They were sold out when I went the first time, and I was like, thank God. Now I don't have to actually try it. I really don't like bacon flavor stuff. I barely like bacon.
I unfortunately was I was part of the craze. I found a Reddit in 2008 when I was in ninth grade. Unfortunately, it was downhill from there. But I love bacon stuff, which is especially ironic since I haven't eaten meat 7 years. But I remember I had bacon mints, which I loved. Actually, like, even if I think about them now, because it didn't really taste like bacon, I would probably still kind of enjoy bacon mint. It was just more like a smoky taste, so kind of weird.
I bet we could cook you something that evoked like a similar bacon experience, using like MSG and salt and something tangy.
I do have like a seitan bacon substitute in my fridge right now, which I've been meaning to like crack open, but I was going to use it more. I love seitan.
It's washed bread.
Yeah, it's crazy how you wash bread and it's just like...
And it turns into this vegetarian substitute thing.
I think it's definitely one of my favorite baked meats. I was going to use that as like a stir fry kind of thing though, not for bacon. The thing is, I stopped liking bacon in high school. Like, I realized that I don't actually like bacon that much. So even when I was eating meat, I realized I didn't like bacon at all. I ate so much of it though. One time a friend made me brownies and she'd like layered bacon into it. And it was not bad. I remember enjoying it. And I've also had bacon chocolate, which is like chocolate with bacon bits in it. I'm trying to think of any other weird bacon products I've had, but I think that's it. But yeah, the bacon soda was definitely like the pinnacle and maybe the start of me being like, I don't know about all. I was able to sell my bottle of bacon soda to a friend for like $20 because he literally offered me $20 for it, and as he drove away, he was like, "This is disgusting." Definitely regretted that decision, but.
Hopalong Gretzky also said, not any particular brand, but any vanilla sodas are my least favorite.
Really?
I actually enjoy vanilla Coke. It's pretty nostalgic for me because I drank a lot of it at my part-time job in high school. And then also Hopalong Gretzky said, Seamus le epic bacon redditor redacted.
Unfortunately, it's true. Yeah, I got no defense. That's who I was. We were all different people at the age of 14. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, big time! I was completely different.
I actually don't know how different I am, which is kind of worrying. I was gonna say something though. You said something. Oh, vanilla Coke. That's like a top soda for me, straight up. It's. I always try and drink vanilla Coke, especially since I don't know about you, but like. I couldn't find it for a few years, like in middle school, because it came out when we were.
It did go away for 2012.
We graduated in 2012, right? Both of us, high school.
I graduated 2011 from high school.
Okay, so I think you were in like 4th grade, but I remember like 3rd or 4th grade is when vanilla Coke dropped, right?
Yeah.
And then I definitely don't remember like ever having it during middle school, and I feel like by the time of like mid to late high school, it was back. But it definitely wasn't around for a while. So I think like just because of that, it's always kind of excited me when I see vanilla Coke, even though it's so normal now.
Yeah,
Sorry, I had a blue burp.
I also enjoyed
I'm gonna drink this whole thing.
Yeah.
Or no?
I'm maybe halfway done with mine. I'm like slowly getting sick of the overwhelming sweetness of it.
It's a lot.
I kind of want to water it down with like seltzer because I'm freaking an adult. And that's what adults do apparently.
I always I never drink soda without water now. It's like basically every other sip I alternate just because I try and like rinse my teeth as I drink.
I do agree with that. And I just want to point out that people who watch the show are well familiar with my Pepsi Super Squeezer water bottle that I found on eBay.
Let's go.
Super squeeze. Oh, that's refreshing. The tap water in my town is great. It's wonderful.
It ain't good down here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hop along Gretzky, class of 2011, represent. Shout out. Woo!
Ooh, 2012 in this piece. Let's go.
2012. Frickin' Coney 2012.
Yes, we gotta stop him. We could still do it, guys.
Yeah, we can still do it. And in the meantime, we can also run out into the street, furiously masturbate, and pound our fists on the pavement.
I mean, that's just a Tuesday for me.
Too bad the sheesh wasn't around for Coney 2012 because we needed it.
It's good.
Hop along Gretzky, 1-1, get it done. Get it done equals get that Coney rascal.
Listen, you say 1-1, get it done. I say 1-2, fuck you.
Ooh. Shots fired.
Just kidding. It's all love.
Anyway, next topic, sponsored by MC Squared, Funding the Arts, is what makes an amazing library?
Whoa, I didn't expect to be put on this on the spot in terms of my education. Damn, that's a good question. Do I need to source this? Am I gonna have to use some formatting here?
No.
I think a good library.
You don't have to cite your sources. No MLA, no APA, no Chicago, just from the heart.
In the most broad sense, I'm gonna say accessibility is what makes a good library. In terms of there's literal physical accessibility, which is an issue that I think no one really ever thinks about, unless they're not able-bodied. So if it's physically accessible to people, can people actually get to your library and use its resources?
Right.
And then there's being able to be open to as many people. I want to say all libraries, but there's probably some that don't do this. So most libraries, you don't need an address to get a library card, which is huge because even having an address is such a barrier for so many people, especially because library, I think more people are becoming aware of this now, but it's way more than just a place to rent out books or check out books or music or whatever. It is such a vital resource for so many people to obtain information in general.
Yeah.
So just breaking down as many barriers as possible to let as many people as possible have access to that information, I think, is what makes a good library, in my opinion. And also, the other thing is, I guess, listening to what your community wants and needs is another thing. So, I don't know, if your community, no one cooks in it, they don't need cookbooks, don't have cookbooks, don't, waste space for things your community doesn't want.
Right.
That's, such, a small example. It doesn't exist, but
yeah,
you know what I mean. That is my on-the-spot answer, is accessibility and listening to your community and being involved with the community.
I couldn't agree more. I heard once, and it stuck with me for my whole life, that the mark of a truly great and sustainable civilization is how it treats its most vulnerable members.
I agree. And I think that's why most civilizations fail.
Yeah, they're way too cutthroat, and then,
yeah. I will say,
nobody's prepared for the worst when the worst actually happens, and we could be prepared if we just listened to the people that need our help.
Yeah. I will say, these issues aren't black and white, because, this isn't really related to what you're saying, but, freedom of speech is a big thing, and, people who use your library, or, say a library has a community room that a group can use to do whatever. If a KKK is doing something there, what do you do about that? I remember that was brought up in one of my classes, and people were very, very immediately, people were oh, just don't let them do it, which I think is obviously a good gut reaction to it, but it's can you truly implement something like that? And then my professor was Yeah, but like, what if like the ACLU then comes after you, and people were like shocked that the ACLU would defend the KKK? They're like, they wouldn't do that. And I was like, they have done that and have been doing that for 40 years. And they're just like, what? Like they were flabbergasted. So I think like it's definitely everything about libraries is complicated and not so black and white, I think. But yeah, just in general, is helping people is like the goal of a library.
Yep.
So you're right.
I'm with that. I couldn't agree more with everything that you said. So, you know, that makes a great transition to our next topic, sponsored by MC Squared, funding the arts, our local New Jersey, coastal New Jersey arts scholarship nonprofit organization. The next topic is new Taco Bell menu item. Go. He's stumped.
Have they introduced a new one recently?
No, I'm saying
the newest one.
You invent one.
Oh, can you improve upon perfection? I don't think you can. How can I improve upon the cheesy gordita crunch? You know, how can you improve upon the crunch wrap?
Was introduced to me by Seamus during one of our lunch breaks when we were working together, and in fact, every time I go to Taco Bell now, I got to get a cheesy gordita crunch with black beans instead of beef.
That's it.
And
even if you eat
no
beef, go for
ranch.
The black beans.
No ranch.
I personally do not fuck with the ranch. I just want to say about our lunch breaks. A half hour was bullshit, was it not?
Well, yeah, so you were in the warehouse and I was in the office. They were much more flexible with the office staff because they weren't like checking, they weren't clocking us in and out, you know.
That's true. I will say, I did say that just now, isn't that bullshit? But also, like, whenever we took a lunch break, we then did not do anything for at least 20 minutes after. So, maybe I shouldn't be complaining.
Remember watching The Daily Show with our boy Jeff?
Dude, why? Yeah, that was painful. Not The Daily Show specifically, but I guess for everyone who wasn't at our job with us, which is, you know, everyone. There's this guy, Jeff, we worked with, who was in his 60s, like early 60s, late 50s. In every lunch break, he would watch each monologue from all like the late shows the night before, like all the talk shows. Just the monologues, and he would do it every day, and they were never good. And I like really learned to despise nearly all of those people.
Yeah, I never saw the appeal of a lot of those monologues. They rarely made me laugh. It was just kind of like, all right, they're getting us warmed up for the actual show.
I don't know why he did that. Just like pick one of the shows and watch it in full, even though honestly, it's not going to be good. Like they're all bad. I will say Seth Meyers is probably the best one, but even still, that's like not great. It was such a weird thing to watch, and also such like an old man thing to watch too.
Honestly, I wasn't offended by it because I consume so much internet bullshit that's just as good as anything that I glue my eyes to on the daily.
That's a good point. It was a way to ground you and be like, okay, I do consume.
My entire experience with Jeff was I just wanted to like get some like warmth from him, some sort of like personality aside from grumpy. I wanted to make him smile. I was hoping that something that I did or said during my day with Jeff made him smile, because he was such a sad person.
I think you made him smile.
I hope so.
At least talking about you made him smile, because we would talk about you and he would laugh.
Remember when I ate all of his desk cookies when he was on vacation, and when he came back, I had filled the empty container full of white bread.
I do not remember that.
I definitely, Alex remembers that. I think Alex watched me do it.
Was I there for that, or did I leave by that point?
You'd probably left, but I'd ate all of his animal crackers because he would share them with us, and he went on vacation, and every day I would go in and I'd grab a couple, and by the time he was back, I'd eaten the whole thing. So I had filled it with like Wonder Bread, and I thought it would make him laugh or something. I was like, because it's absurd. And obviously I actually bought him a whole new container of animal crackers to make up for all the ones I ate. But I asked Alex, I was like, what did he think? Did he think it was funny? Did it make him laugh? And Alex was like, completely stoic. He picked it up, dumped it out, and then replaced it with the cookies that you bought him. And I was like, really? No emotions. So he was like, nope, stoic. I hope he was giggling on the inside a little bit, or at least that it gave him some sort of adventure to go home and tell to his family, like, fucking Dolphin filled my cookie container with white bread.
I don't know if I should say this out loud, so I'm not going to. I'm just gonna say, Tasha, because I just checked the chat. The last thing you sent, I don't agree with that. But I will say, I definitely like. I think Jeff and I. Jeff felt like a distant uncle to me in a good way, not in a bad way.
Yeah,
but he definitely had like a weird kind of. Yeah, it was like, I don't know. I think he liked me. He at least liked me as a person. I don't know if he liked me as a worker. I don't know. I shouldn't have had that job in the first place. But
you're much more witty than I am, and Jeff was super sarcastic. So I think he was vibing with your wittiness.
Yeah, I also like. I'm not. I don't like to be negative around people. Like, just like inertly, I'm not negative around people usually.
Yeah.
So like, even like if he was negative, I'm just not, whatever. So I think that may have helped. But also, when he was in a bad mood, he was in a bad fucking mood, and it sucked. Oh, yeah. It was awful.
I remember between him and some of the other people there, Jeremy, like, I got yelled at just for like asking too many questions, because I was not like a tech person and our business was about tech shit. So when I'm interfacing with the clients and I'm not doing the tech part of it, and I'm in the shop asking them questions to help make the whole process flow, but it's just busy because everybody was overworked, really the fault of, who's at the top. But because everybody's overworked and everybody's just trying to take care of their responsibilities so they don't get trouble, when I'm walking in there, like, asking them tech questions, like, I'd get yelled at on the wrong day just for asking questions, not because I did anything wrong.
Yeah. It was a weird environment. Wait, wasn't this on the topic list? Yep. Should we transition to the new topic and just make it this one?
Sponsored by MC² Funding the Arts, is lesson learned from the AV warehouse. That was, for the record, that was the job that Seamus and I worked at together. We worked at an AV warehouse. Audio visual.
We should not say their name, not that anyone would know. But the lesson learned was actually gonna be the exact response to you. Pretty much was if a job is mentally taxing, leave that shit like immediately, even if you don't really have something lined up ahead.
Yeah,
it will be worth it. For that job was mentally taxing. I don't know about you, Dolph. Well, I do know.
Yeah,
but I don't know about you, Dolph. But that shit was rough a lot of the time.
There was one day where
I just want to say, purely from the environment too. It wasn't like the job itself.
Yeah.
It was the people I had to be around.
Well, the upper management, like the very top of the management, Seamus, you're well aware of this. You were there.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. That guy's dead. Rest in peace. The very upper management basically was like, we're going to work with the most minimal staff possible. Everybody's going to be worked as hard as they possibly can. When things go wrong, we're just going to hope that the clients don't notice it, and we're going to work extra long hours to try and fix it. And, nobody's allowed to work from home. The sick day rules were really weird. Everything was super strict on the warehouse level, not so much on the office level, but
I was gonna say,
everybody ended up suffering because the resources were constantly stretched so completely thin, and really the only entity to blame was upper management.
It's interesting that I think we had the same conclusions about this job in terms of like how it affected us personally, but I think it's because of entirely different factors. Because like that part, the actual like, I guess because my job was basically busy work. Like I never had to like interact with clients. I never had to like really hustle. I only went to like one event, so I only set up this stuff for one event. Which was the easiest event in the world, by the way, because they like, I won't say what it was for, but it was for a commercial, and they needed like 16 or 10 monitors or something on stands, and they specifically wanted all the cables to be visible in the shot. So like, I literally just had to put these TVs on poles, and that's it. That was the whole job, and I got to go to Brooklyn, which I was living in Queens at the time, so it was a much better commute for me because this job was in Jersey. That commute was hell. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so like I never had to deal with like really that much of the constraints because I was just like testing equipment to make sure it worked and was like prepping equipment for when it would go out later. So like all the negativity I got from the job was the people I had to work with in the office and literally the commute too, which was like soul crushing.
Oh, you know,
it was
the commute was the whole reason that I started living in my car.
Yeah, like
they weren't paying me enough to afford rent in the area. And the commute from the areas I could afford it was a ridiculous commute, so I started living in my car.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, pay is the number one problem, and I think we both agree with that.
Yeah, agreed.
Which I think... Should we just talk about pay right now, what we were making? Or what I should have been making more, right? I can't remember this, but I feel like I should have been... Like, how much Katana was paid?
Everybody should have been making more. Everybody who worked there had, you know, the potential to do really well, except for that guy that got fired, like, really, really fast.
I think about him sometimes, and I feel bad.
Yeah, it just wasn't his scene, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like, he was a nice guy, and he was definitely, like, I guess, trying, but I don't know what it was, so I literally, almost feels like, because I know someone who's like been in a car crash and like afterwards like it like very much affected his mental state, and he like I'll say he worked at a different pace than everyone else. And then, honestly, that guy reminded me kind of like of the person I know. So I don't want to be mean or anything because I don't know what he's been through, but yeah, it's kind of weird. I will say I hate that guy though. Do you know my story about the apple with him?
The apple, yeah, I remember. I can't remember what exactly happened, but I remember made you very angry.
I have issues with sound, which is funny because I listen to noise music and everything. But some sounds are just so grating to me, and during breaks he would sit next to my desk for some reason, and like he would eat a snack, and it would be like fruit or something, and it was so loud and in my ear, and it would drive me insane. And one day he's eating an apple, and this MF is stomping so hard, and it's like I'm about to just like start like beating my own head to not hear it. And then one of the other guys we work with, we're naming people, I guess. So Jeremy, he's like, or later in the day, Jeremy goes, "Hey, that sounded like a pretty good apple you were eating," just because it was so loud that he was able to comment on it. And the guy's like, "Yeah, it was good." And Jeremy's like, "Oh, what kind was it?" And this guy says, "Oh, Red Delicious." And in my head, I'm just like, God, you would like Red Delicious. That's the worst kind of apple. It's always mealy. There's no flavor. Disgusting. I was like, who the fuck likes Red Delicious? And then Jeremy goes, "Oh yeah, that's my favorite." And they start talking about how much they love Red Delicious. And I was like, this is the worst conversation I've heard in my entire life. And then I quit.
That
happened between putting in my 2 weeks and the 2 months later when I actually did leave.
Yeah.
That's another thing I learned from the job. If you want to leave a job, put in your 2 weeks, but then tell them that you can kind of work indefinitely, or you can work until you don't need them anymore, or they don't need you anymore, and then you can just kind of stay at your job with no worries. That was awesome. I'm glad I did that.
Yeah, I had a friend that did that too. You and Austin both had a similar path there.
I just realized I did that because I eventually started working in the Museum of Sex while I was working at that place. Maybe I shouldn't have said that out loud either, whatever. And like I was there was like a 2-month period where I worked every day, either at our job or the museum. But when I put in my 2 weeks, I did not have the museum job. I started working that in November. I put in my 2 weeks in like early October.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry to interrupt you. By the way, Hop Along Gretzky is saying shout out Jeff and Alex, and also Mobtown Tokyo. Yo, he called me dummy shirtless boy. Accurate. You are not drinking it, dude. Gross. Well, as a matter of fact, you missed our taste test. We've been drinking it this whole time.
It's true.
Here it is. I'll drink it right now.
I've been sipping on this in the background all day. Yeah, you gotta chug it.
Ugh.
You gotta let it, like...
I like the flavor. I just can't handle all the sugar.
Actually, what I was about to say is reminds me of a thing I would do in childhood. I was gonna say you should chug it, just like let it like drip down your chest.
Oh god.
Like blue sticky liquid.
Ugh.
When I was in elementary school, me and my best friend, he had an above ground pool, and we would do something we called Chugarina, where one of us would go on like the platform of the pool, and the other one would like go behind the pool, and the person on the platform would cheer them on to chug the soda, and we'd basically chug it and just let it like drip down our bodies entirely, and then we'd all jump in the pool. By all I mean me and him, and we just do this over and over. Pretty great. Who's that?
Mobtown Tokyo. It's not David. It's Apollo, the god of music. He's so cute. Me and Apollo, we hang out all the time. He lives on top of my CRT over there.
Kiss him. On the lips. On the lips. Do it.
All right.
Do it.
Are you ready, buddy? All right.
There we go. That's what I like to see.
We're not usually like that. But
yeah, you know, things change.
Me and Apollo, we really commit to these jokes, so.
Yeah, it's a joke, yeah.
And Mobtown Tokyo says, how much was that? Apollo's priceless. Got him on Facebook Marketplace. And then Mobtown Tokyo said, gay. I guess.
That's true.
I don't think Apollo identifies with any gender particularly. Not this Apollo, at least. And then, lol, 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 lol. Yep. All right. Thanks, Mobtown. What the fuck were we talking about?
Soda, chugging. That's kind of it. It was kind of a tangent.
Oh, good.
I guess if you have another topic, we can move on to the other topic.
Sure. Next topic, sponsored by MC Squared, funding the arts. The most absurd fighter possible for Super Smash Brothers.
Oh, I'm not a Smash fan at all. And whenever I play, I just play Kirby and I just down B. So I'm gonna say playing Kirby and exclusively down Bing is the most absurd thing you can do.
Well,
unless you were thinking of like who to include as a new fighter.
Yeah, like a new fighter.
Okay, Joe Biden.
Yes. Well, here's the thing.
I think he'd be good.
It would not ever happen because the only characters that are allowed in Smash Bros have to be originally from a video game.
So is it from a video game or from Nintendo? Well, I guess
not Nintendo.
It's
just
not Nintendo.
That's why they won't put Goku in Smash, because Goku was originally from a manga, not from a video game, even though he is now in video games.
They won't put Goku in Smash because they're cowards and they know he'd dominate.
Well, that's the excuse that they've given, so we're working on that criteria that only characters that originally were from a video game.
Okay, only from a video game. A Sim from The Sims 1, I think would be fun to have.
That'd
Smash.
be awesome.
They could just do like normal household chores as their moves.
That'd be fun. Would one of their taunts be drowning in the pool, or would that be like down smash?
That would be the down smash. They turn to the gravestone.
Whoa!
Their taunt could be when they piss themselves. You know that one? That could be a taunt.
Oh, their up smash could be the green thing above their head could like become a hitbox.
Dude, this is good. We should write to them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I haven't kept up with this.
Mobtown Tokyo in the Twitch chat loves this topic and says worst character probably would be Parappa or Boogerman. I don't know.
Parappa. I think Parappa would be goated. Are you kidding me?
Parappa would be pretty good.
I think he'd be like an OP Game & Watch.
Yeah, kind of like that. Most absurd in my mind would be, I've always wanted like Sandbag, like the Smash Bros original character Sandbag. I always wanted to be a playable character, but that's
is that the Home Run Derby thing?
The Home Run Derby Sandbag, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Sandbag's adorable. I wish Sandbag was playable, but
I'm trying to think what else would be good. You ever play Twisted Metal? Do you know Twisted Metal? Twisted
Metal would be crazy for Smash.
That'd be pretty absurd.
Master Chief would be nuts.
Oh, one of the drivers from Crazy Taxi would be good.
Yep, somebody from Crazy Taxi.
We need a Dreamcast character.
Imagine if a whole taxi was in Smash Bros. As a character.
There was a, I think it was called Road Trip. It was a game for the PS2 that my friend had. It was basically a children's game, but you were a car. So like a car character from that game would be good.
I got it. Ready? Pajama Sam.
That'd be sick.
Pajama Sam for Smash.
Yo,
That's
no,
what I'm talking
you know,
about.
A Peep from Roller Coaster Tycoon. That's my pick. Someone from Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Mobtown Tokyo said a wireframe. Technically, you can play as wireframe in Ultimate. It's just a alternate skin for Little Mac. But I know by wireframe you mean either. I think wireframe. The male wireframe was Captain Falcon, and the female wireframe was Sheik or Zelda clone. Anyway, another kid with a bat. Oh, Pablo Sanchez from Backyard Baseball. Yeah, Pablo Sanchez.
That'd be good.
That'd be awesome. Meat from Mortal Kombat.
Pablo would be so OP. You couldn't have him in there.
No.
He would dominate. Wouldn't be fair.
A whole baseball themed character. Japan would love that. Japan's way into baseball. I could see that being a realistic thing.
Pablo's good. I like that.
What about... Okay, I've got my official most absurd edition for Smash Fighters. The entire island from Myst.
I don't know enough about Myst other than if they did that, the game wouldn't be able to run because of all the power it would... Yeah,
that's a good point.
That's all I know.
It'd be pretty absurd though. Like, imagine if like, you know how they like kind of sized Ridley down a little bit for Smash Ultimate? Like they were like, Ridley can't be in Smash, Ridley's too big. And then they were like, all right, we'll put Ridley in Smash. We'll just make him a little smaller like in the original Metroid. If they took Myst, the island from Myst, and then they scaled it down to like a character, and then like all the puzzles from Myst would be the attacks. That's my pitch.
I do like the island of Myst of the character.
I think it'd be pretty absurd.
What about it's a shame I don't know the name, but the child of the Kid of the Cosmos from Katamari Damacy.
Oh yeah.
That would also be OP though. You know.
I could definitely see. I mean, they put the Pikmin and Olimar. They put Olimar in there. Pikmin is kind of like Katamari Damacy.
I never played Pikmin, but I remember seeing commercials for it when the GameCube came out. I always wanted to. I've known nothing about it though.
Mobtown Tokyo said the storybook from Yoshi's Story would be an absurd character. Or Mobtown Tokyo said, bruh, Dark Souls, Mimic. Yeah, any of the, like, if they put Solitaire from Dark Souls, or really anything from Dark Souls in Smash, that'd be pretty absurd, but yeah, Mimic would be crazy. I was also thinking Soul Calibur, like the sword fighting version of Tekken. Soul Calibur. Do you know about Soul Calibur?
I've never played it. My friend, when he was like 13 or something, was a moderator of a Soul Calibur 2 forum. That's really all I know about it. I love that fact about my friend, because he's a very normal person, and then he has that in his pocket.
Mobtown, I had to re-look up Tira to remember which character Tira was. Yeah, Tira would be kind of interesting for Smash. Also, Voldo, the BDSM character from Soul Calibur, that would be kind of be crazy. Voldo is one of the most bizarre video game characters I've ever experienced. He is in like full bondage gear. He's got like Wolverine type razor blades that he holds onto, and he does acrobatics. And then he also, like, a lot of his moves are based on like a crab walk, where he like bends over backwards like this and he does like a crab walk.
That'd be fun to see in Smash.
Yeah, Voldo. Freaking... Yeah, Mobtown also said Nightmare from Soul Calibur would be... Yeah, Nightmare's kind of crazy. Yeah, dude, Voldo... Mobtown is like, Voldo is into BDSM. Don't at me, bruh. It's like, yes, that's his... That we all agree with you. Nobody disagrees with you. That's his entire character is BDSM.
You know what'd be a good character?
What?
A plane from Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Oh, a whole plane?
A whole ass plane. Because I don't think you're a person. You know, if you look around that cockpit, I think you're just the plane.
Are there any original planes in Flight Simulator, or are they all like real planes? Because I don't think like they'd put a Boeing in an... I don't think they'd put like a Boeing passenger airliner into like Smash, because it's from something that's not a video game.
That's a good... I'm gonna look this up, because yeah, the whole point of the game is to simulate planes, and they're usually real planes.
Mobtown Tokyo did make a good point, said Ace Combat plane. That plane is from a video game, so they could put that in there. Ooh, man, that Pepsi really... I'm still like... There's a third left of it, and I don't think I could drink anymore. It started to make me nauseous.
I think I'm gonna have one more sip. Should we do one more sip?
One more sip.
One more sip together.
One more sip together. Here we go.
I'm also about to tap out. All right, let's go. 3.
Cheers. Mobtown, the flavor is fine. It's just too much sugar for me. I'm an adult.
I will say, it's almost... I don't know about your experience, but it's almost like a lot of sips didn't have nearly as much blue flavor as other sips, and I didn't enjoy that part of it.
It might be the temperature, because it's probably warmed up a little bit for you.
That's true. Very true.
Mobtown Tokyo actually does remember when it first came out, and their experience with it was negative.
Really? How old are they?
I don't know. Mobtown Tokyo, chime in and let us
get an
know
age
how
in the
old
chat
you were
here.
when you were drinking Pepsi Blue, the original version.
Let me
Anyway,
just say, as an 8-9-year-old, I was obsessed with this.
next topic, sponsored by MC Squared Funding the Arts, is the most realistic Lego franchise addition. So a new franchise to add to Lego's catalog of franchises.
That has to be realistic? In what way realistic?
Like that you think that they'll actually add.
Okay.
My vote is for Frasier because Frasier's having a big resurgence recently. I think they're gonna add Frasier.
Frasier Lego set would be amazing, actually. Oh my god. His apartment would be insane to build.
I think people would spend a lot of money on a Frasier Lego set. That's why I think it's realistic.
I straight up think I would buy a Frasier Lego set. That's really good. Wow, I love that.
Mobtown Tokyo said that they're 30, so they were a little bit older than us when they had Pepsi Blue. So their memory of it is probably a little bit different and more vivid. And then also, Mobtown Tokyo said like a franchise that would go good with Lego would be like musicians and bands. So like a stage set from like the Beatles or Metallica would be a great franchise addition for Lego.
I think more realistic would be BTS.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
BTS.
Definitely BTS.
I feel like I'm gonna see that in the next year.
Probably.
Like it's probably gonna happen.
I mean, like all these musicians are getting like Happy Meals from like, or like branded meals.
Oh yeah,
from
BTS
McDonald's.
meal just dropped.
Yeah, I thought they had a meal.
Yeah, I think it's just chicken nuggets. I don't really know what the
Oh, we gotta wait for Seamus to come back. Seamus's Discord poops out. There he is.
Yeah, sorry, it did the thing again.
It's okay.
I don't know why Discord does that, and it's not like it's not updated. Like I'm at the most updated version of Discord. It's been doing that for a long time. It's very strange.
It's okay.
I really like the idea for a Frasier Lego set. Even just like if we take it like a step further and like I don't know the actual term for this, but I'll say like a mecha kit, like a Gundam build.
Oh yeah, Gundam.
But like for Frasier, like a Frasier kit on like that kind of a scale, like I would be obsessed with that.
Like, you know, like a scale model of Frasier.
Complete with like Frasier models, like who do we need to write a business letter to make this happen? Somebody
out there has probably already made a Frasier themed Gundam model.
I want that. Have you seen the 7-Eleven Gundam? There are multiple.
I believe it. 7-Eleven's pretty popular in Japan.
There's one I really wanted. I could never find it, but I found one that was like $50, which I think is is on the cheaper end for Gundam kits. But it was also like I don't actually watch Gundam, so why would I buy it? So I didn't do it. Probably should have though.
Little behind the scenes info for you guys. I almost just vomited Pepsi Blue. Blech. I'm getting those like full stomach burps where like it starts to come up. I'm like, blech. Too much Pepsi Blue.
So unfortunately, I think the only Frasier toys I could find are this truly heinous looking Frasier Funko Pop. And it's like they use season 1 Frasier, so like I don't know about you, but like I'd seen images of Frasier my whole life, and then when I actually watched it a few years ago and started season 1, I was shocked and appalled at what his hair looked like. Because it wasn't like shaved on top yet. It was all combed back, and he had like the mullet in the back. And that's the image they chose to use for this Funko Pop. And I'm not a fan. I cannot say I endorse this in any way. Cannot find any Frasier Gundam, though, is what I was going to say.
I just want to remind everybody that Worthy Kids, in fact, did make a fan animation of if Frasier and Niles became demon lords in hell. I just sent it to you, Seamus, but y'all should definitely look up Worthy Kids, Frasier and Niles become demon lords on YouTube. It's an animation to cherish.
You've seen the fake Frasier's Super Nintendo game cover art, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think about that a lot, and I wish it was a real game.
That'd be hot. Mobtown Tokyo said BTS was in the Friends reunion special. So there could be a Friends reunion Lego set complete with the cast of Friends and BTS.
That'd be good. Does Lego do like TV shows?
They have TV shows in their franchise. You can like SpongeBob.
Okay. Do they do live action TV shows? Have they done that yet?
I mean, they've got like Marvel sets from tied in with like the Marvel movies, and those are live action.
Yeah. Okay. I was just gonna keep like narrowing it down, and you're just gonna keep pulling out something that makes me narrow down when I say even more. So you're right. Never mind. I can see.
Anyway,
I'm gonna steal your answer though. My answer is Frasier because I think that's an insane choice, and I love it.
Oh my God! Mobtown Tokyo said they actually have a Friends Lego set,
Really?
so they could do Frasier.
What the? Why not?
I'm actually gonna Google it because I want to see what it looks like. Friends.
Yeah. What are they waiting for? The Friends apartment.
Yeah.
10292.
Wow, $50. Central Perk. Oh, you could get Central Perk. You can get the apartment. You can get both in a pack.
You can get the apartments for $150. It's actually not out yet. It's about to drop June 1st.
That's crazy.
I think it's both apartments.
That's awesome.
That is crazy.
Huh. There's also an off-brand Lego The Office set.
I don't need that in my life. I just want the Frasier one. I would take Frasier or Seinfeld. But Seinfeld, I don't think they can really do Seinfeld accurately because his apartment doesn't make any sense.
Well, that would be the fun of it, because it's like you could actually go behind it and see why it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Which I just want to say, that has always bothered me. Seinfeld's like my favorite show, and that has always bothered me. I'm very glad so many people like just realized that like his apartment doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah. We're completely fresh out of topics sponsored by MC Squared Funding the Arts. So I could take like another topic from Mobtown Tokyo, or anybody who's watching, hop along Gretzky if you're still there. We could take topics from you. Seamus, I usually give the last word to you at the end of the episode anyway.
Oh God. How are you doing today? That's going to be my topic. How are you, Dolphin?
Hey, thanks for asking. I'm doing pretty good. I went to the skate park, made a new rollerblade friend, saw another rollerblader at the skate park practicing. Shout out to Sav. I met Sav today. They were working really hard at the skate park, so I respect the hustle. I filmed some grinds that I will publish on social media soon, some rail grinds. And then I already told you guys I went and I had some burgers and hot dogs on the grill with Grandpapa and Grandmama Dolphin. So then wrapping up the night with my good buddy Seamus on topics and hanging out with Mobtown Tokyo and hop on Gretzky.
Hell yeah.
So
let's go.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm so my semester ended probably 3 weeks ago now, maybe 2.5 weeks ago.
Oh.
But I'm taking summer classes, and the way the summer classes are set up, there are 2 different summer sessions, and the second summer session is more like a normal length semester.
Mm-hmm.
But the first one is only 3.5 weeks long.
Right.
And so all the classes are in that, they call it a Maymester because it's for the month of May.
Right.
So all the classes that do that, they just condense an entire semester into 3.5 weeks. And that's what I'm doing right now. And it's pretty stressful because it's like every day is just like so much work. So I'm pretty stressed about that. But it's not like a hard class, so it's fine, I guess.
I've taken one of those condensed semesters before. I took like a full semester condensed into 6 weeks. That was bonkers.
Yeah, that's what this is. full semester into 3.5 weeks, and it's insane. I did this last year with honestly a harder class, and it was insane. And I was actually going to take 2 classes during this May semester, and one of them got canceled. But I was really annoyed about it because I didn't know it got canceled until the first day of the semester.
Oh.
But I'm honestly glad that it was canceled because I don't think I would have survived.
Sheesh. Well,
but it's fine.
I'm glad you finished a semester successfully. That's pretty good.
Yes, and every semester it's like, will this be the one that gets me kicked out of the program?
Jesus.
But I finished up my master paper proposal, which is like basically the paper without any of the research done, and so it's like the hardest part of the paper pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Finished that last semester, so that's like a huge weight off my shoulders, so I'm kind of chilling. Very glad to get that out of the way.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Final topic of the evening is submitted by Mobtown Tokyo. Let's talk about my sleep schedule. It needs work. All right. Your sleep schedule.
What's your sleep schedule?
I mean, my sleep schedule is supposed to be I wake up at 7 a.m. to go rollerblade at the skate park before anybody else goes there so that I can get really nice cinematography without people getting in the way. And then I'm supposed to go to sleep I'm supposed to turn off all my screens at 9 p.m. so that I can go to sleep at 10 and then get a full 9 hours of sleep before I have to rollerblade again. So that's what I'm supposed to do, but it's hard to execute that consistently for me. I get distracted very easily.
Yeah.
And Mobtown Tokyo said I go to bed 3 to 4 a.m. and wake up 1 to 2 p.m. I used to live that until I started rollerblading, and it became more important for me to get to that skate park early. Man, I'm really gonna vomit blue Pepsi. Ugh. Seamus, what's your sleep schedule?
Currently, because of the semester I'm taking, I usually fall asleep around 4 a.m. and then wake up at probably 11, but don't actually get out of bed till noon or 1.
Yeah.
It's not healthy or good, but that's what it is.
Sounds like college
so far.
Sounds like university.
Yeah. That's how it is.
Well, anyway, I think it's about time to wrap it up. We've been on here since 7 p.m. Eastern time. Mobtown Tokyo
turn your
says...
screens off soon.
What? Say what?
I said you gotta turn your screens off soon.
I do. In 15 minutes, I gotta turn my screens off and relax for a restful, peaceful, nice sleep. Mobtown Tokyo said, Blue Vom, you blue. Dabu-dee, dabu-dai. That's true.
That's a good one.
So I just want to quickly shout out our sponsor for the evening, MC Squared Funding the Arts from Coastal New Jersey. They sponsor and give scholarships directly to art students and up-and-coming artists. So give them all of your love and aquatic energy for MC Squared Funding the Arts. They're rad, and they gave us some money to support growing the show. So that's super rad.
Hell yeah.
My name is Dolphin Uppercut Avenger. Thank you so much to everybody that came out tonight, especially Mobtown Tokyo and Hopalong Gretzky in the Twitch chat, and all of my friends in the Aquatic Squad on Discord, on social media, all around the world. The Aquatic Squad is the best. Defend the Squad 2021. Cool shit only. Love you guys. And extra super ultra blue special thanks to Seamus, my special guest on the video wall. Last word always goes to my cherished special guest. So Seamus, take it away.
Listen to Linkin Dark 30.
Good night.